Hello. Hey, everybody. Another exciting animation lesson for you today using Adobe Animate. I'm going to show you how to animate a bouncing ball. Classic animation exercise. This bouncing ball is just going to go up and down in an infinite loop. So let's get into this. So I will create a new project. Let's make it full HD. All this looks good. Frame rate 12. Sure, that's fine. Hit create. And let's zoom out on this. I'm hitting space command option to zoom out. Space command will zoom in. If you add option, zooms out, or you can come up here, choose that. I just want to be able to see the whole screen here, and you can hold space button and move it around. Let's put in the ground first. So we'll grab a rectangle and we'll just drag that for the ground, and let's name this layer ground. Okay, then let's lock it so I don't mess with that. It's locked. Do you want to unlock it? No, I accidentally clicked on it. Okay, new layer. Let's do a new one. Click the new layer button right there. And let's name this one ball. Okay, I can click and hold on the rectangle tool. We'll choose oval. And let's choose our colors first. So, I don't know. Don't even know what color that is. Is it red? Maybe it's red. Oh, okay. And then we'll give it a black outline. Over here, stroke size. So that's how thick the outline is going to be. We can either do it now or do it later. You can adjust it afterwards. So, okay, let's click and drag this, and notice it's getting kind of ovally. If you hold the shift button, it'll stay a circle. So something about that should be good. Now I want to, if I click the layer, it selects the whole thing, including the outline. If I just click on this, I've only selected the inside of it. So you can either click and drag to select the whole thing with the outline, or click the layer down here. We're going to change this to a symbol. We'll make it a little easier to animate. So let's go object. If you want to change the stroke size, now's the time to do that before you make it a symbol. So about 8 should be good. If you don't have a stroke at all, you can come in here and choose the color. Okay, we've got it selected. This button here, convert to symbol. So a symbol is basically like a picture, like you're not going to redraw it anymore. It's just a picture. So we'll call this ball, and the type we want to be graphic. Good. Okay. So now it's the whole thing as one object. Let's start with it at the top of its bounce, okay? And then we want this to last about a second, 1 second for bouncing. So here I'm doing 12 frames a second. So that means here is frame number 10, 11, 12, and up here it says 1 second, okay? Looks good. So I click on frame 12, and then I go to this button here, insert keyframe. Hey, what if I move my timeline up here? Now, if you guys have subtitles turned on, you can still see the timeline. That might be good for you. Okay, this button, insert keyframe. Boom. Now I've got 2 keyframes. They are identical to each other. That's cool. That's what we want. Output. I don't need this, do I? There, I don't need output. Where'd my ground go? Where are you, ground? Did I delete you? Oh, no, it's because I added a keyframe for the ball but not for the ground. Let's do the same. For this, we don't need a new keyframe. The ground's not going to move, so I'll choose this one, insert frame. So it only has 1 keyframe at the beginning, meaning it's not going to change at all, but you still need frames so that you see it the whole time. Alright, so I've got 2 keyframes for the ball. Now let's go here in the middle. What's half of 12? Half of 12 is 6, so we'll go to frame 6. And now I'm going to drag the ball down, straight down. If you hold shift, it makes it harder to move to the side. It kind of locks in. Straight down, touching the ground there. Okay. Now, right now it's just kind of teleporting immediately. So let's add a classic tween here. So I just click somewhere in between these two keyframes, still on the ball layer, and we can do it like this. Insert classic tween, or you can right click, create classic tween, either one. Adds a little arrow. And then we've got to do it in between here too. Create classic tween. Okay. Let's hit return and play this. Alright, it bounces once. Let's turn on looping so we can see it loop over and over. Here we go, loop, and adjust the loop area so it loops the whole thing. There we go. Hey, it is bouncing. It looks kind of janky though, right? Kind of janky. What's wrong with this bouncing? Well, it doesn't look like it's using physics at all, first of all, because it just kind of goes the same speed the whole time. So if it bounces, it should like pick up speed while it's going down, but then when it bounces up, it should kind of slow down until it gets to the top. So let's make it do that. We will, and also I think I'm going to move this over one. Let's move them both over one. There. Okay. Give us a little bit more time. Okay. So now at least it doesn't pause there at the top. Okay. To make it slow down as it's rising, so here we go, one frame at a time. If we turn on onion skinning, this thing, so it shows like whichever one you're paused on will be the brightest, but then the others, they're like semi-transparent. And see up here, it shows how long the onion skin lasts, so 2 frames before, 2 frames after. And you can see they're all equally distant from each other. Every movement is a constant speed. So that is not how balls bounce. Alright, so I'm going to click on anywhere in between this, and it's called easing is what we're going to change. Effect, classic ease. So let's click on that, and then we can choose which kind of easing we want, ease in or ease out. So this is referring to the speed of how fast it changes between frames. Ease in means it starts out slow and then gets faster. So that's probably what we want, because it's starting at the top slowly and then gets faster. Right? Yeah. Ease in. And then these are like how extreme it's going to be. So quad is kind of a slow slope. Cubic is a little bit faster. Let's try cubic. You can choose whichever ones of these. So see how it says double click to apply? Sure, I'll double click it. Alright, now we can see the spaces. Oh, was it bouncing up? Yeah. So the spaces at the top are closer together, meaning it's like they're drawing it, having more drawings of the ball at the top. So that's exactly what we want. Alright, then as it's bouncing up, we want to do the opposite. So let's click somewhere in between these two while it's bouncing up, right? And classic ease. This time we want ease out. Right. We did ease out last time. Oof, I forget now. Ease in, cubic. Double click it. Did I do the wrong thing? Well, it's good to see someone do the wrong thing too. Okay, that looks very awkward, right? That's wrong. Okay, so go back here. We don't want ease in, we want ease out. Ease out, cubic, double click it. Yeah, now let's play that. Oh wow, physics. Okay. Alright, so it looks like gravity is doing something now. That's cool. Then let's add a little animation thing. We're going to I mean, this is bouncing like how a ping pong ball would bounce, right? Ping pong balls don't change their shape, but we want to make it like it's one of those rubber kickball, like a rubber bouncy ball. So those kind of things, when they hit the ground, they kind of squish. So let's go down to this, the keyframe where it's touching the ground, and I'm going to go to my free transform tool over here. So when you're squishing something, you still need to maintain the same mass, right? If I just go like that, now the ball's like twice as big. So balls don't just grow like that. You gotta, if you stretch it out, then it's got to squish down. So we'll try to maintain the same mass. So maybe I won't squish it out so much. And let's drag it down so it's still touching the ground. And let's play that. Okay. Well, it is like squishing when it hits the ground, but see how it's like anticipating the squish right before that? Like, that's not how physics works. While it's speeding up, it should be stretching, like getting longer, not wider. So let's go right here, and I'm going to just let's add a keyframe right here on this one, and so instead of squishing it, let's put it back to normal size and stretch it out like that. And maybe we can move it down a little bit. That looks better. I still think it's like too wide on this one. We stretched it out too much. Okay, let's go like that. Yeah, a little bit more subtle. There we go. And then probably as it's bouncing back up too, it would stretch instead of still be squished. So let's put a keyframe here like that, and let's stretch this one out and maybe bring it down. There we go. Little squash and stretch. So this is a animation principle of exaggerating. You can even do it with characters or whatever when you want it to resemble physics and gravity. Have things squash and stretch a little bit. So there you go. There's a looping bouncing ball, and we'll just export that, publish. Let's do this one as a GIF so it loops. This one's meant to loop, so let's publish it. There it is. I should have named my project first. You want to save your projects. I'm setting a bad example for you. Save them so they don't just get named Untitled 1 all the time. But if I was spending more time on this, it does look a little weird when I don't know, it seems a little too sudden, maybe too stretched out still, but you can tweak it as much as you want. Good luck. See you next time.